you everyone for coming today. Everybody here is a very special place in the heart of us and also of the Jacob Sheep Project. And this is a very historical day, for it is the first time that officially the Jacob Sheep shofars have been produced in the land of Israel. This is the first time since biblical times that there are Jacob Sheep Shofarote that have been produced in Israel. And we are very, very grateful. Now, next to me I have both my wife, who has a few words to say, and after that, Shmuel, who has a very unique perspective on the Jacob Sheep.
The last couple of weeks we did go through a difficult time. It's hard to talk about it, but it's a part of being in the land of Israel. Sometimes you face challenges, and so when our sheep quite blue tongue and passed away, it affected us emotionally, physically, spiritually. We had many questions about it, even to God. And then we realized that instead of feeling sorry for ourselves or to worry about all the bad part of the situation, we need to be with our Jewish hearts to bring light into the world. And so we turned a very tragic situation into light and into a positive situation. And so we processed the shofars, and now the shofars are bringing blessing to many people around the world and many nations that will be blowing them. And I think this alone is very worthwhile, and that's what makes us believe that God has a plan, even for good, even in a bad situation.
Elul. Yeah. It's interesting, these shofars, they come from something that's parallel to what happened in the desert. The generation of the Jews that left Egypt to go into the land of Israel were young and old, but the age between 20 and 60 all died in the desert. And it's similar with the sheep. Mm-hmm. The young ones, the ones that were born in Israel, they're happy, they're thriving, they're jumping with joy. The older ones are still alive, but the middle leaders, generation, which these shofarot came from, they didn't make it. So in a way it's sad that they didn't make it, but it's fascinating to see the parallels in the sheep with the people of Israel. It's very interesting. It's something that always fascinates me. So thank you very much for bringing them to Israel. We love you for it. We love the sheep. I love them every time I see them. It's a great happiness for me. And I really look forward to all of Am Yisrael reconnecting with the sheep, all of the people of the world reconnecting with the sheep. There's something pure and sweet and about these little animals. They're very intelligent, they're very smart, and there's no meanness or badness in them. And it's fascinating to see, even against the dog. You see the dogs, and the dogs are all running around, they're interested in playing their games and all of this. The sheep, you blow a tune, and they're fascinated. And they just look at you, and they're lovely to play with. And hopefully you'll all get a chance to reconnect with these beautiful little animals in the near future.
In the Midbar, there were stops along the way, and that doesn't make sense, because we should have either gone straight from Mitzrayim, from Egypt to Israel, or stop somewhere, wait for 40 years. Why travel around? Traveling around's hard. And Gil and Jenna also. Each stop had a separate
chapter.
Had a separate chapter to itself, a limud, something you had to go through, and a tikkun, and it brought you closer to an even higher goal than just getting there. And so it's a very special story.
The shofar. This is in my spirit, I know this is just like Jenna said, this is a new song from heaven, from Hashem. And we are in the month of Elul, right, Rebecca? This is the month God calling His people to come back, to return, Teshuvah, right? So I feel that when we sound this new song and through the shofaret of Jacob sheep, and it seems like God from heaven calling His people. So I really think this shofar will be such a blessing from Israel, from Jewish people to all nations. Such an honor and privilege to all of us. We consider we are Gentile, but our Christian faith is roots in the Jewish roots. So we know this is our roots. It's by God's great grace that we finally understand. And it's such a honor and privilege we know here in Jena. And we will together once again sound this shofar, the Jacob Sheep shofar. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Thank you.